So hi everybody. In this video I'll be sharing you one of the ways on how to make a land use and land cover map by utilizing Geoportal PH, more specifically the files within this domain. So to start this tutorial, I want you to open your browser and search geoportal.gov.ph. So when you search that, you'll be greeted with this interface. Now I want you to hover your mouse on the search layer and click, and then input land cover. After inputting that go, you need to click go. Once clicking that, you'll be greeted with the specific layer. Now, why did we want land cover, since we'll be using this layer in order to use it for our land use and land cover map? So, since we have an area of interest, which is actually Valencia City, and Valencia City being under Region 10, we want this 2020 land cover map of Region 10. So I'll just click that, and it will preview the scope of our specific layer. Okay, so after this loads up, as you can see, it actually covers Valencia. So I'll just exit this and then click this download symbol. So when you click this, you'll be greeted with this. And then you'll just select a layer, which is actually the 2020 land cover map of region 10, and just click add layer. And after that, you want your email, your name, your sex, your address, and basically your info. And then you need to check your terms and conditions, and then a certify of the correctness and accuracy of the information. So after that, you just click send link to email. So after doing all of that, you'll be receiving an email, and in that email there will be a link that will redirect you to download that specific layer that you have requested. Okay, since I have already downloaded the data, I'll be going to my QGIS platform and just pasting the data. As you can see here, I have already pasted our boundary of our area of interest, our land cover map, and also our OSM standard raster file. So with that, the next step is to actually reproject these files to their appropriate CRS. So in order to do that, since this boundary of ours and our line cover map is actually a vector file, you just need to go to the vector toolbar, go to data management tools, and reproject layer. So you are asked to put an input layer, which is actually the two, which is our boundary and land cover. So first things first, I'll pick our boundary, and then our target CRS will be, since this is actually Valencia, Bukidnon, which is zone 5, I'll pick PRS 92 slash Philippine zone 5, and I'll just click run. So after doing that, you will be presented with a new layer, which is called reprojected layer. So I'll just do that along with my land cover map. Okay, so after waiting, this will be presented to you. So since I don't really need these two things right here, our land cover map and our boundary, I'll just delete them and rename these two files, which is this one to be our boundary, and this one to be our land cover. So after doing that, we want our boundary to be a simple line, rather a fill one. So I'll just increase the width and the color to be black right here. So after doing all of those, you need to clip our land cover with our mask layer, which is actually our boundary. So go to the processing toolbox and search clip and scroll down to JDAL, and there we have clip vector by mask layer. Double click on that, and right here we need our input layer, which is actually our line cover, and our mask layer, which is actually our boundary. So I will run this and then close. So as you can see here, it has clipped the features. So I don't really need our land cover anymore since we have already clipped it. So I'll just remove that and go to our clipped and rename this to land cover. So after doing all of those, you are then presented with this in your canvas. The next step is to actually go to your line cover and open your attribute table. So once you are in here, you just need to click on this. Now, first things first, you need to actually familiarize with this one, our class name, which encompasses our elements. So click on this and go to our field and values, go to class name and click all unique right here. So next step is to actually click on our equal sign and one of the elements here, which is I'm just gonna be clicking annual crop. And next step is to click select features. Once you have clicked on that, this will appear. It will highlight all those features. Next step is to actually go to our land cover and export and select save selected feature as. So click on that and this window will pop up. You are then need to input the file name for this. So I'll just input annual crop and click on OK. So as you can see here, we now have our annual crop to be in a separate file. And once I unchecked our line cover, you can see it is an individual file altogether. So we'll be doing this for all of the elements that was present in that window. Okay, so I have already exported the elements that was present in the window, and I have already deleted the land cover layer, as you can see here. The next step is to actually make every element's color unique. And also, you can see in the canvas here that every element has outline, an outline. So we need to remove the outline. So in order to remove the outline, you just need to go and properties, go to symbology and click on this. And there we have the stroke style. So we need no line and click on apply and OK. So that will remove the outline. So I'll be changing every color for every element and also removing their outlines. So as you can see here, I have already edited the elements and I have removed every outlines. Okay, since the data that we have acquired is actually from 2020, I want this to have a recent element, which is actually our built up element. So in order to have that, we need to go to our quick OSM and just search buildings. And then you need to specify the area of interest. In my case, it is Valencia, Bukidnon. So I will run this and wait for it. As you can see here, the OSM quick OSM app actually have successfully made a new layer which is called building Valencia Bukidnon and a dot file. So I will just delete the dot file, and then since the building of Valencia Bukidnon is also part of our built up, I will just go to vector in order to merge them together. But the projection of the building of the Valencia Bukidnon that we got from Quick OSM has a different CRS. So first things first, I will go to reproject layer, which is this one, and make it Philippine Zone 5 PRS 92. So after running that, we have a new projected file. So I'll just delete the old one and then merge our reprojected and our built up element. So vector, data management tool, and then merge vector layers. I'll just pick our built up and also our reprojected and run this together. So as you can see here, we have a new file called merge. So I'll just be deleting our reprojected and our built up layer here. And change its color to red and have no outline. So as you can see here, I have already made the data recent. And let's say I want to make it more recent. I want to add roads for it. So you just need to go to your quick OSM, plug it again, go to highway, and specify what highway you want. So I want our primary, our secondary, and tertiary highways. So primary and Valencia Bukidnon. I'll just run this. Also our secondary and also our tertiary. So as you can see, I have our quick OSM have made new layers for our primary, secondary, and tertiary highways. So I will be removing the dot files and merging this tree. And removing them after merging them. And then reprojecting them to their respective CRS. Then deleting the old file. And as you can see here, this is actually the primary, secondary, and tertiary highways. So I'll just edit this along and make this the same color as our built up. So pick color and then click on our merge color right here. Click apply and OK. As you can see here, I have already incorporated the highways. Okay, So I think this is actually quite enough already. The next step is to go to your print. So to go to your print, you just need to click on project and then new print layout. LULC, no, land use and land cover map. So in here, you'll be presented with a new window. First things first, I'll be adding a border by clicking add rectangle right here. Then another rectangle for my infos and another rectangle for my notes right here. I'll just zoom in to align this. Okay, so the next step is to go to the properties of this and change its style to simple line. So we'll be doing that for every rectangle. So here we go. Okay, so the next step is to actually add your map. So I'll just be adding my map right here. So here is my map. I'll be changing its scale to, let's say, 220,000. Right, this. Okay, so this is enough, which is 220. Okay, so the next step, okay, so to not make this map actually move by mistake, you just need to check this to lock its orientation. So I'll do this with my border also. Okay, so the next step is to actually add the logo of your area of interest, your title, and also the legend. So in this case, I have already my logo, so I'll just drag it along the print. And as you can see, I have here the logo. Next step is to align it. There. Okay, so I have a logo. Next is the title. So I'll just add item and also add label. Okay, so this is exactly Valencia. No, the I'll just change the font to Times New Roman. Make this bold. And then go to horizontal alignment and center it. There. So I have the name of my place. Next step is to actually add your title. So I can just copy this along. My title will be land use and land cover map. And I'll be making this bigger. Now, the next step is to actually add your legend. So I'll just add a legend right here. I'll name this key, and then it's uh, uncheck this auto update, and then I want already projected to actually be hidden or some standard, and then our boundary. Okay, let's go to our font. Our alignment should be center. Title font should be Times New Roman. Make this bold. And then our item labels to be Times New Roman and also bold. Also, we need to uncheck this background to make it transparent. Spacing. I'll be changing this. Okay, so I have already made our logo, the name of our place, the title, and also our key. So as you can see here, I have made minor adjustments regarding on my legend. I have made a new layer actually, which is a line in order for it to be named boundary. Okay, so the next step is to actually make some notes here. Okay, so I actually have made my notes, but I cannot show it to you for privacy and security. So after making notes, I'd say I'd want to add the datum, the projection, and also our zone. So I'll just add this at the lower left corner right here. And then we need our datum, also our projection, and then our zone. So I'll just drag this along. So I'll be editing this one. Okay, so as you can see here, I have already acquired my datum, my projection, and also our zone. Okay, so if you have a question regarding this on how to actually acquire this, you just need to go to your QGIS platform again, and then go to here, and you can see here that this is actually our coordinate reference system. So before the slash is actually our datum, and next to it is our zone. And if we search it, PRS 92, let's say Philippines. And as you can see here, it is called transverse Mercator. It is under that. So we can say that the projection of this is actually a transverse Mercator. So that's how you acquired your datum, your projection, and also your zone. Okay. The next thing to add is actually our scale. So I'll just click add item and then click on add scale bar and then go to properties. I want this to be double box with a segment of 3 on the left. And basically I'll just be making this presentable. So okay, so I have already made our scale bar presentable. So the next thing to add is actually our north arrow. So I think this will be the last thing to add. So I'll just click add item and add north arrow. So in here, I want a new style, which is this one. I like this one. And I'll just make this presentable. Okay, so this is quite presentable already. So we now have our scale bar, our map, our north arrow, also our notes, and also our legend, as well as the title and the logo. So I think this would be all that will make our map quite presentable already. So the next step would be to export the file. So to export it, you can just go to layout and there you have export as image, SVG, or PDF. So one of those three or all of them, you can export it. So I think this would be all that I can teach you in regards to using Geoportal PH as a source for your layer. And I hope you enjoyed watching and also learning. Thank you and mabuhay.